Wait, I said I had tea and I forgot what the tea was. Oh, yeah. You know, recently as well, something that I quite appreciate. Something that I quite appreciate. So, I've been posting quite regularly on YouTube. No thanks to me, by the way. I have a new editor. You may know them as Daily. So, Daily is on board now, and Daily's the one that's been like posting videos and then scheduling them, editing them, all that good stuff. So Daily's just like working really insanely amazing. And because of that, we've been having more videos getting like what the fuck? We have more videos being posted on YouTube. Yesterday I got notified, right? Because like I do read comments every now and then. I read a comment that was actually quite nice. I'm not gonna lie. A little bit though. I was like a bit like, oh, I get why some people can get like quite scared of giving their comments and stuff. But I did see a comment recently that was like basically telling me about the ethics of React content. React content. I'll be 100% with you. The only thing I know about React content is people calling it React Andy, right? It's like, oh, you're a React Andy. So they were actually quite nice, chat. They were really nice. And they were saying like, you know, that I shouldn't skip over sponsored parts of a video because, you know, it's like to kind of respect it in a way. So like if I'm watching a video and they're like, by the way, this video is sponsored by this VPN, stuff like that, like I shouldn't skip over it. I should just like, oh, okay. I did ask around because I didn't really know the ethics of React content. I've never reacted. I've never really been like a React person. And the only videos I've seen that are like people reacting to stuff is probably like XQC or something like that, right? So usually he does skip it, but I do realize one thing. Instead of just like skipping it, they go like they would copy the link. They're like, okay, chat, check out this ad. Anyways, skip. Like they're like, here, check out this ad. I bought like 20 of them, and then they skip it. Either way, though, give respect to the ads. Yeah, that's the thing. When I watch Mousy or when I watch Henya as well, people mostly skip through it. However, the comment did say it's like it's more respectable to do that because it's like if you there's like a bad name apparently amongst React contenters that if you react, like people think it's like parasite, right? Like you're a content parasite because you're taking other people's content. Yeah, you're like taking other people's content for your own free monetized gain. I totally understand the mentality. I will say this though, I will probably change some stuff. I'm probably just gonna like copy paste the link and then being like, hey chat, check this ad out if you want. I'm gonna skip it now, but here you go. Like I'm just gonna do a TLDR of the ad. So I'm not gonna sit through it because some ads do span for like a solid 5 minutes. Alright, and like that is a whole 5 minutes. And I'm not saying it's like I did take the criticism, like it's not like a mean criticism or anything. I think it's like a pretty decent one. I've never really seen it as parasite content because I've never really done it. Even now, I think I've done like React content 3 times in my whole career so far. Most of the times my streams are just me yapping or me playing Baldur's Gate, which is significantly worse. But most days, I don't really react. I don't watch videos and I don't react to videos. It's not really my cup of tea, to be fair. But I do it sometimes when I have to eat or when I feel like just like chilling and watching stuff. But from now on, I'm probably just going to like copy paste the ad, like the link to the thing that they're sponsoring or being paid for, and then I'll send it to chat. Here's one thing though. I don't know if I can talk about it, but I'm just gonna talk about it. Like, I don't think it's a super big secret. So, if the content is new and they're currently sponsoring the creator, then maybe don't skip it. If the content is new and they're currently sponsoring the creator.
I.e. what Michi is saying. If you want to stop watching ads on twitch.com, just use your free Prime sub and sub to your favorite VTuber. Or subscribe to your favorite VTuber.
Well, to be fair, this is for YouTube, and it's not really ads like that. It's like, you know, when you watch videos and you're like, man, I hate these people, but you know what I hate more? Not being able to watch my favorite show.
Channels appreciate
like
React
those.
content as it brings traffic to the channel.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Here's my logic behind it. So when they did mention that, I was like, wait, this makes sense. I've never thought about it. Like, the timing is... Did you get an ad? Oops. I've watched music reaction for professional singers, musicians, etc. Oh, no, but I think it's like this, right? I did do research on it. You sold me. Well, we're Onigiri's last fan. Welcome to your 2 months. Welcome. Here's the thing. I personally understand, like, I mean, as a creator, right? Ads give you money, and that's true. Like, I know viewers, they're like, oh my god, ad, wither away and die. But that's one way to kind of support a content creator, is definitely through ad revenue or sponsorship revenue. Those things are very, very good. I'm very transparent about it, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh chat, I'm so poor and I only rely on the good graces and donations of others. To be fair, sponsors and ads are kind of like going both ways, where it's not really chat's money, it's just chat's time and attention, right? And it does support the bill a good amount. So I totally want to respect that as well. I just didn't know the stigma behind React content until recently. I thought React content wasn't bad, but I always thought it's like, some people choose not to do it. Like me personally, I choose not to do it sometimes because I'm really scared of doxing myself. That's the reason why I don't usually do React content. It's not because I'm like, oh, React content is bad or React content is good. I don't usually do it because I'm scared of doxing myself, or I'm scared of like, you know when you're watching a video and then there's like recommended videos on the side, or when you're done watching the video, there's like recommended videos. I'm scared that a video will be recommended that is not that good. You know what I mean? Like, what if it just shows something rut-row, right? Like, not rut-row like porn, but like rut-row like just uncomfy. Yeah, use your work account, not your personal. The thing is, like, my work account is fine, but because my work account, like, I watch a lot of VTubers, I get a lot of VTuber-related stuff, which means I get a lot of VTuber-related drama, right? And I know that Kuro, like, there are people, like, for example, Kuro and Quinn, I'm not saying they're bad at all. Like, they can do whatever they want with their content. They react to it just fine. They're like, oh my god, this is my stalker, or whatever the fuck. I personally just want to, like, stay clear out of it. Here's my honest, genuine take on drama channels, okay? And if I get canceled for this, bro, hear me out. This is probably the tamest response. This is probably the tamest opinion anyone can have of drama channels. I don't really care about it. Like, sometimes I will be 100%. Sometimes drama channels do save my ass a little bit, because I do watch some, not all. I only watch some if it's like, oh wait, I've never heard about this, like what's going on with this, like is this actually a problem? You know why? Because that's my job. Like, if I were, for example, right, nowadays with the whole cancel culture, boycott, everything, you have to be very careful, right? Also, sorry if I drink a lot, by the way. I have to, so my voice doesn't disappear. Yeah, like, as a content creator, it's not that I'm hungry for drama. I love drama, but it's like, it's not that I'm hungry about it. I'm not sitting here being like, I want to know the downfall of someone. However, I do want to know what is acceptable to talk about and what isn't acceptable to talk about, right? Which means I have to keep up with sometimes drama channels, the drama, the problems, all that good stuff. Because if I were to make a comment about something and I'm not aware, which I'm really scared of it happening one day. I'm scared I'm going to say something about something and chat's like, holy shit, Michi, you can't say that. That's cancelable now. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Right? Like, that's kind of scary. I just saw someone being, how do you pronounce your name? Yeah, I'm unfollowing. But I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you can't. pronounced Michi. My bad, bro. 3-hour video about the downfall of some random ass guy. Yeah, it's kind of like I need to stay. They just said, how do you pronounce your name? Yeah, I'm unfollowing you now. I kind of figured drama channels are really just news as long as they're not spreading lies or exaggerating shit. That's the thing, right? We'll get into that. We'll get into that part. Because recently, I'm not saying it's like super bad or anything, but recently, I do notice that instead of being like drama channels aren't journalism. Like, I know some people are like, hi, I'm just taking this from an unbiased journalistic approach. But it's not true. There are some drama channels that do that. Like, I wouldn't even call it drama channels. They're like news report channels. And they want to be news report channels, but they're very, very biased. Which, it's not bad, but you can't call yourself a news channel. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna be like a news channel. I report unbiasedly. And then it is quite biased. Like, it's very leaning to a narrative and kind of sticking to it, and then they give their own opinion. There's nothing wrong with giving your opinion. It's just that if you are a news reporter, you're not really supposed to do that, right? And I know some people are like, some people agree with me, some people don't. That's completely fine. It's just how I see it is like, for example, if you are a lawyer, right? Like, if you're a lawyer, there is nothing wrong with being emotional. There's nothing wrong. But when you're a lawyer, you can't be, or rather you shouldn't be, because you need to defend your clients the best way possible, and you need to be like put together, collected, calm, everything, right? So it's those kind of things where it's like, it's not that we're trying to say like, oh, you know, you shouldn't give your opinion, you shouldn't do this. It's just, if you want to be an unbiased news channel, then you can't really, like me, for example, I'm a streamer, right? Just because I'm a streamer doesn't mean I can say whatever the fuck I want. There are certain things that I will just not talk about. Not because I can't, but it's because it's wise not to. So either way, I do keep up with some drama, just to make sure I'm not accidentally saying something or stepping on people's toes or sounding like I'm like, I don't want to insert myself into a situation where it's definitely avoidable, right? I know I say like, cancel me here, cancel me there, but I prefer to be canceled for my own actions. I don't want to be canceled by proxy. You know what I mean? That's just like, I don't know how to react to that. I feel like one day if I do get canceled by proxy, I'm gonna explode. Like, I have so much like, I am not completely unbiased. There are things I have really strong opinions on. But I just don't think it's like, you know what, chat doesn't need to hear that, right? Because I know that my opinions can influence others. And because of that, I don't want to be like, hey guys, this is my opinion. You gotta support it, you know? Like, I try to be very unbiased just so that I want to promote free thinking in chat. I like the fact that people can think for themselves, they can develop their opinions and still hang around, and nothing is hostile, nothing is bad, everyone's comfortable and everything's fine. So, that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of scared of doing React content. I don't want something to just appear and it's like, this VTuber got cancelled, or like, another problem with this agency. It's... I don't know. My unbiased opinion is that I think it's fine if you want to make content like that. It's just I don't want to accidentally show it and then have speculations on my name, right? I just want to be left out of everything, which I very appreciate. Like, everyone has left me out of like all this drama. No one has really dragged me into any drama, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
I don't think for myself this is a scripted donation.
You're not supposed to admit that it's scripted, okay? I paid you good money for you to say that this is natural. Excuse me?
302 cheered X300, this just in. Michi Mochivi prefers to start drama, and then regrets about it. Hear her complaining to her chat.
Huzzah! Tell me who to harass! Huzzah! That's the thing, right? I know my chat wouldn't do that, but I know some people would, like, come after people. You know, the best example, right, for me, I don't think this is bad. Thankfully, everything was like under control, and I know they mean well. No one is just gonna start drama for absolutely no reason. So I remember back then, I was talking about my tax problems, right? And obviously some people are like, this is unfair, we gotta talk about it, blah, blah, blah. And then over time, it went from like, hey, this situation is bad, to, wow, this person almost like suffered because of this person. And it kind of like devolves, you know, like the narration kind of shifted from me just saying like, hey, yeah, no, the tax problem, very bad. Like, it was not the funnest time, but it's okay. We're over that now. It shifts to, like, how unfair everything must have been. And listen, man, I don't fucking know. Okay? Like, I don't know how bad everything is. I don't. I mean, I know what's bad for me, but I don't know what's bad for everyone. If I have to be very honest, you know, everyone has their own fight to fight, I suppose. If they want to fight it, then fight it. It's not our job, right? Thank you, Rackamillion and RT Chupka. Hehe. Welcome to the Scambership. Huzzah! To be fair, that was... Okay, it's so complicated. There's a lot of stuff. There are some people being like... It was a split opinion. Most people were siding with me, being like, okay, that's kind of fucked up. Some people are saying that I'm stupid. I totally understand. I agree with both opinions, where it's like, it's kind of fucked up that it happened. But at the same time, I also acknowledge my mistakes. Like, definitely, I could have been... Like, I could have done more and been, like, asking more or, like, clarifying it way more than, like, I don't know, 2 years later. So, I don't know, man. I don't fucking care. All I care about is that the problem went away. It's not my issue. And I know there are people that are like, oh, we can help by doing this. Like, you can actually, Michi, you can get your money back and all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, I could have been more diligent, 100%. I was just like, stupid. I've never done this before. And obviously, if you've never done something, right, you're not gonna know how to work around it. But now I know.
Got scammed for
That's
$3.
good.
There has to be objectivity between both the watcher and the newsman. The viewer's sensitivity doesn't dictate whether something can or can't be said depending on the subject. The same way the news person shouldn't dictate what they say with only emotions.
Yeah, I do agree, where it's like, there has to be a level of maturity from both aspects, right? So, either way, I don't quite like it. I don't hate the drama channel. I just don't want to accidentally show something and then people will be like, OMG, look what happened on Michi's stream. Like, Michi showed this on her stream. Does that mean she supports it? Does she agree with it? It's... I'd rather just avoid it. So that's one of the reasons why I don't do react content. I'm just scared of stuff appearing and people making narratives, etc, etc. It honestly, yes, it might just be me overreacting, because I don't look for it anymore. Like, I will admit, back then I used to look for like criticism and hate and all that good stuff, right? Like, I used to look for that shit. Nowadays I don't. Like, if I see it in a public comment and if it's nice, I accept it. If they're saying it in a mean way, I try to just take the good points and ignore the fact that they're just being mean about it. But I don't really look for any sort of drama or hate anymore and all that good stuff, because I'm just tired. I used to be very paranoid about it. I used to be very, very paranoid. So that's why I don't do react content as much. Unless it's like, usually when I do react content, I tell chat beforehand. I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna do react content, submit your videos. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open all the tabs and then full screen it all the time. That way, like, less videos would kind of appear to be recommended.
414
right?
got scammed for $3.33. Is it bad for me to make fun of the NFL for not bringing Metallica to their halftime shows for the Super Bowl? Because I watched the opening ceremony of the Paris Olympics, and they had the French metal band Gojira perform. They kicked ass.
Ooh, I haven't seen anything. I don't follow sports as much. I'm MB, dude. A daily dose? Yeah, daily dose is so nice. You can pause your YouTube history. it's not that, it's just a YouTube algorithm. You know, like you can't fully rely on YouTube algorithms, right? My YouTube algorithm recently though, like ever since then, I started watching only mukbangs. So hopefully only mukbangs get like recommended to me. I don't know. But point is, someone did bring up a good point where I should respect the sponsor of the video. Yeah, just for courtesy's sake. Because they're like, oh yeah, this is why there's this narrative that React content, like reaction people are just like parasites and stuff. And I that's when it hit me. I was like, really? I actually did more research. I did a lot of research on how people perceive React content, people that do React content, what is the etiquette, what is the proper, you know, how to properly do it, right? Because I'm gonna be real with you, I just always thought React content means you sit here, you watch a video, sometimes you pause to give your opinion. You're not just sitting in silence watching a video nonstop. Like, even when I went to get food, I was like, hey chat, is it polite if I just have Mousy stream open for a bit? And like, so you have something going on as I take my food. I don't really know what is polite and what is not polite. So I did try and do a bit more research on the quote-unquote ethics of React content. And apparently a lot of people do echo the same sentiment where React content to an extreme can be quite like seen as a parasite in a sense. So I will probably just do the thing where I'm like, instead of sitting through an ad, I'll just copy the link and being like, hey chat, this is the ad, check it out if you'd like. I'm just gonna skip through it, but here is the ad. If you want to check it out, feel free. Anyways, continuing with the video. I think that would be a fair bet, just because I will say, I do realize why a lot of people think it's like, oh, this is bad, right? Like skipping through an ad completely is bad. I will be honest, that's not fully how sponsors work, to be fair. I don't know if I can talk about it, but I don't know if you guys know how some sponsors would work. You don't really get paid depending on how many people watch your ad segment. You know, like if you skipped, like if let's say it's a video, not a stream, that's different.
There are browser extensions to remove basically everything you want from YouTube, like recommendeds and end of video recs.
Really?
Posting the video in chat and telling chat to subscribe if they like it is definitely a must, though.
Okay, I'll do that more now. I'm like noting it down. I've been like doing basic research over it. So yeah, I don't know if you guys fully know how sponsors or ad revenue works, but sitting there for 5 minutes, it's not going to give them any money. If anything, it might just do it the exact opposite. Some chances where some sponsors, right, they would do research on the people they're gonna sponsor. And if let's say someone is sponsoring like, oh, here is a ad for a like this brand, and instead of chat being like, oh, I'm interested, chat's just like bored. You know that feeling when you're like watching a video and there's like so much ads that you're like skipping through everything and it just kind of ruins your mood? Something like that. So I will probably just put the link. Yeah, it doesn't really impact their money flow per se because you already get paid for it, you know? You got scared. But I will probably make an extra effort to like promote their video, their channel, their ad people more as I'm watching it. Just not I won't do it the same as I usually do, so I will apologize for that. Generally, that was my bad. I didn't know any better. Like I didn't think to research on it because I didn't think it was like, it's not that I'm like, oh, it's not that deep. It's like I just generally didn't think about it. But I really appreciate them calling me out though. I didn't know like there was a whole thing against it. Most VPN companies that sponsors are bad itself. I don't know. I don't really have a VPN sponsor, so I don't know. Yeah, just linking the video is enough. Okay. Yeah, I did appreciate it. They were like, they did word it. At first, I was like, what? So they commented on a video where it wasn't me reacting. It wasn't me doing a react stream or anything. It was like just me doing gameplay. So with how YouTube comments work, the comments kind of got like cut in the middle. All I saw at first was like, I'm disappointed. I was like, what? What happened? So then I read through it and it was something to do with React content. I do appreciate their criticism. I will say though, I think people that give constructive criticism is very good compared to like people that are just like mad. I will be honest, like I'm not saying this because I'm nice. Okay, I'm saying this because I'm human, you know? When, let's say, right, like I'm not sitting here being like, don't define me.
300. This whole thing around the ethics of React content is pretty new, so don't
Really?
worry too much about not knowing. This wasn't a thing like a year or two ago.
I see. I mean, I just did some like I didn't do too much. I didn't do that deep of a research. I just kind of skimmed through the top. So if I did anything, just like tell me. I mean, like if I did anything bad, just tell me. What I know so far is just people don't like it when you're sitting there in silence watching something and your only quote-unquote reaction is you going like, wow. Oh, wow. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that's where people are like, okay, Parasite Andy, something like that. I don't know. Thank God I fucking like to yap. So most of the time when I do watch a video, I yap a fuck ton. Yeah, it's a very new thing for me. I've never really done react content. I rarely do it too, so I've never really had a reason to research too deep into it. But I do appreciate the criticism. It was very nice. I hope that you're not too scared of feeling a certain way. You know, because they did say it's like, I know I'm gonna get called out for this. I know people are gonna hate me for this. And it's like, I read it and no one hated them. Like, no one was upset that they gave the comment. And if anything, the comment was like constructive. So why would they? Right? I will say though, there is a difference between constructive criticism and just being an asshole. Right? As a person, I will try to be like, okay, I understand your point. The way you said it doesn't feel good, but I understand your point. I will say this, like sometimes as a streamer, or maybe as a VTuber, I don't know. Or maybe both. But me personally, as a VTuber, I saw Vshojo talked about this in the past, where people are saying like, as VTubers, it's very hard for people to... Not very hard, but like, it's easier for people to forget how human you actually are. You know, like, because we're anime characters. Like, we hide behind a character. Some people portray a whole character's personality. You know, I'm just myself. I just hide behind a character. Like, I hide behind a VTuber, but I just talk like myself. And I'm not the most immersive person in the world either. However, I guess it is kind of easy to get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? And sometimes I do realize I don't want to sound entitled. I really don't. From day one, I promoted people being like, chat, I don't want this to be like a toxic echo chamber where it's like, hey guys, I'm gonna do the most fucked up thing and chat will always support me because chat supports me. If you don't support me, then you're lame or you're weak or you're a loser elbozo. I am not like that. I have always been like, you know what? If I fucked up, just tell me. Because how am I supposed to know what I did, right? I'm like, just tell me and I'll be like, oh shit, dude. If I think it's like, okay, valid. I apologize. I just won't do it again. Easy peasy. But it's definitely easier for a human being to accept criticism if it's conveyed nicely. You know, I'm not saying it's like you don't owe it to anyone. I had this exact conversation with my friend a couple of days ago where it's like you don't owe it to anyone to be nice, right? You really don't. But then you have to remember your goal.